Are you thinking about buying a shiny, brand new construction home in the Philly suburbs? Well, hold up. There's a whole world of hidden risks and surprises you need to know first, because that dream can quickly turn into a financial and emotional nightmare. Let's talk about it. Buying new construction often feels like ordering off a fast food menu. The base price looks great, but by the time you add in the fries, the drink, and the dessert, you're left with a much bigger bill than you ever expected. With new homes, the base price usually doesn't include all of the upgrades you fell in love with during the model home tour. Builders use these upgraded homes as their showcase, but they rarely come standard. One couple that I worked with before thought they were getting everything that they saw until they realized that it would cost an additional six figures, right? $100,000 in upgrades to make their home look like that model home. And here's something to think about. Do you know exactly what's included in that base price? Or are you already imagining yourself sipping coffee in the upgraded kitchen? Let me know in the comments below. What's your must-have feature in a home? Because knowing your priorities before you sit down with the builder can save you thousands of dollars. And that's not all. Lot premiums, extra fees for larger or better positioned lots can add tens of thousands of dollars to your price tag. In the Philly suburbs, towns like Downingtown and Collegeville, a premium lot can easily tack on $30,000 to $50,000. On top of that, upgrades for essentials like different flooring, cabinets, and countertops can send costs skyrocketing. And then add in rising property taxes, which will be higher in new developments, and suddenly your dream home might feel a little out of reach. What makes this even trickier is how builders present the cost. So you're often encouraged to use their preferred lenders and their preferred title companies. And while that can come with perks, it also can come with strings attached. For example, you might find out too late that your interest rate is higher or that you're locked into less favorable terms. And here's a quick tip. Stick with me here, because in a minute, I'll share how working with a local expert can help you avoid these pricing pitfalls and even negotiate better deals with the builder. Now let's talk about what's behind those sparkling new walls. A new home might look flawless at first glance, but what about underneath? Unfortunately, not all builders prioritize quality over speed. And I've seen inspection reports for brand new homes that include missing nails, poorly installed shingles, and even plumbing leaks. The excitement of being the first owner can quickly fade when repairs start piling up. But do you want to know a secret? Most people don't know that you can negotiate repairs or even upgrades before you close. So imagine walking in to your new home with peace of mind, knowing that those shortcuts have already been fixed. And stick around, because I'm going to tell you exactly how to make that happen. This isn't just an occasional issue. It's a growing concern in the Philly suburbs, where high demand means builders are racing to keep up. In some developments, homes are going up in record time, but that doesn't always translate to quality craftsmanship. Local inspectors that I've worked with have pointed out common issues like uneven flooring, drafty windows, and insulation that doesn't meet energy efficient standards. So these are just cosmetic problems. They can affect your comfort, your energy bills, and the resale value. But do you want to know the good news? There's a simple way to protect yourself. Hire a home inspector. Many people assume new construction doesn't need an inspection, but trust me, please trust me, it's one of the smartest investments you can make. An inspector is going to catch problems early, giving you the leverage to have them fixed before you close. And just a quick question for you. If you've ever skipped an inspection because the home was new, would you reconsider after hearing this video? Drop a comment and let me know, because I've got a few stories that might just change your mind. Now, picture this. You signed your contract, you picked out your finishes, and started packing up your old place. Then weeks turn into months, and suddenly your moving date is nowhere in sight. Unfortunately, this is a reality for many new construction buyers, especially in today's market. Supply chain issues and labor shortages are causing major delays in places like the Philly suburbs. I've heard plenty of stories of families that were ready to move into their dream home until the builder informed them that the electrical transformer needed for their property was back ordered for months. This meant putting their life and their mortgage on hold with no clear end in sight. And here's the kicker. Those delays can actually cost you more money if interest rates do go up while you're waiting. So imagine locking in your rate only to watch it expire because the home isn't finished on time. Does that sound stressful? Stick around because I'll share how to protect yourself from that exact scenario in just a minute. So delays aren't always the builder's fault, and you have to understand this. Global supply chain disruptions and labor shortages are real challenges, but as a buyer, you need to be prepared. This means building some flexibility into your timeline and having a plan B if your move-in date gets pushed back. So here's a pop quiz for you. If your move-in date was delayed by 6 months, what would you do? Really think about it. Let me know in the comments because I can share some creative solutions for you to deal with that. Now, let's talk about the big question on everyone's mind. Will your new construction home hold its value? While it's tempting to think that a brand new home is a surefire investment, the truth is a little bit more complicated and nuanced. In some cases, new construction homes can lose their value faster than resale properties. Why? Because builders often flood the market with similar homes, creating a level of saturation that makes it hard to stand out when it's time to sell. Fortunately for you in the Philly suburbs, that's not really an issue, but it could be. So take this analogy. You're buying a new construction home is a bit like buying a brand new car. The moment you drive it off the lot, or in this case, move in, it starts to depreciate a little bit. Sure, it's shiny and new, but so are all the other homes being built down the street. In neighborhoods like Exton and Westchester, where new developments are booming, I've seen homes struggle to maintain their initial price point when it comes to the resale value. And here's where it gets interesting. Not all new construction homes are created equal. Some developments are built in high-demand school districts or areas with strong community amenities, which can help maintain value. Think about neighborhoods with parks and walking trails and easy access to shopping. These are the types of features that attract buyers and boost resale potential. But here's a tip. Ask your builder if they're planning on an additional phase in the development. If they're planning to build 50 more homes just like yours, you might face stiff competition when you decide to sell. So would you want to compete against your own builder in a saturated market? I would love to know what you think about that. And please feel free to share any stories that you have. So how do you protect your investment? You have to work with an agent who knows the local market and can help you choose a home that offers a long-term value. I've helped plenty of clients identify neighborhoods with better appreciation potential and avoid communities where oversupply could potentially hurt their bottom line. Now, if you're buying new construction in the Philly suburbs, there's one thing you cannot afford to ignore, and that's building codes and permits. These rules are in place to protect you as the homeowner, but not all builders follow them to the letter. In fact, cutting corners on permits or inspections is more common than you might think, and it can leave you on the hook for costly fixes down the road. So, for example, did you know that if a builder skips a required permit, the city could fine you as a homeowner? Worse, they might even require you to redo the work to bring it up to code. And now I've heard horror stories. I'm sure you've heard horror stories about this. Buyers moving into their dream home only to discover their deck or finished basement wasn't properly permitted. These kinds of surprises can be expensive. Trust me, very expensive and very stressful, but they are avoidable. Here's a quick reality check. How confident are you that your builder is following all the rules? If the answer is not very, don't worry. I've got your back. Stick around because I'm going to share a tip in just a second that could save you thousands. The key is to do your homework. Research your builder's reputation, ask for references, and don't be afraid to ask tough questions about permits and inspections. Better yet, partner with a real estate agent who knows the ins and outs of the local building process. I've worked with clients to help them spot potential red flags early before they became expensive problems. And remember, not all builders are bad apples. Many do a phenomenal job and they take pride in delivering high quality homes. The goal is to find the right builder and the right home for your needs. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, just send me a quick message. Be happy to connect you with builders and inspectors that I trust in the Philly suburbs. Look, buying new construction in the burbs doesn't have to be stressful when you work with the right agent. You have the right team behind you. Let me help you navigate that process and avoid costly mistakes and find the perfect home for you and your needs. All you got to do is click that link below. So if you are planning your move to the Philly suburbs, make sure you go back and watch the first video in this playlist about the certain types of homes to avoid buying here.